team of 4 men, contract to assemble the Mitchell bomber, started work on Monday. Their task was to assemble the aircraft by Friday in a static condition, that is to say, just assemble the body to the wings and the engines. When complete, there will be no hydraulics, cable control or electric. These, I assume, will be fitted by the centre's own engineers at a later date. My first visit was on Tuesday. They started to lift the wing centre section off the ground to enable them to lift the nose of the fuselage to the centre section. This will allow them to use the 3 wheels for stability to fit the rest of the fuselage, the tailplane and engines.
Counting, the DA goes back, we might do that again. Maybe more.
With the use of a forklift, they built up each side using wooden pallets. My next visit was Friday, when nearing completion. So these flaps, or what do you call them? Cowling gills. They're hydraulically operated.
Hydraulically operated with a switch in the cockpit. You'd have an automatic setting and probably an open and close setting as well. So you'd normally have them closed on cold days and things like that, and also you keep them closed when the engine's shut down so that no birds in there and find a bit of warmth, and then they do some nesting bit. So yeah, there's hydraulic ram at the bottom which translates it for all these to open up.
Sticky pointed out that the blades of the propeller were in reverse thrust, 180 degrees apart. With Sticky's expertise advising them the correct way. Is there a place you set them up?
Yeah. Normally you'd have them marked on the outside where the blades are.
Yeah.
And you'd have a fine pitch setting, which is your maximum setting. You'd have a coarse pitch setting, which is your feather position.
Yeah. But for setting them up, where would you put it? In the centre?
Most people will do it in feathered.
Oh,
however, it's sometimes difficult to get it into feathered to then take the dome off. But basically, if you use a prop turning bar, then turn it into the feather position so when it turns round, so it's 90 degrees to where it normally is, it'll go into a lock in the dome and you'll physically feel it lock and stop. And then you take the dome off and then you can make sure that it's actually in feather position by some marks on the inside.
Yeah.
And then when you refit it, you can then make sure that the prop blades are in feathered, and then put your dome on at the same position. Some aircraft, if you get it wrong, you can cause a lot of damage to the spinner shells and also the cowlings that surround it as well.
Yeah.
But in this case, you haven't got no spinner shell or anything, so it wouldn't cause that.
No.
Yeah, they're the wrong way.
Yeah, so we need to go all the way back round.
Yeah.
Where you want that.
You turn it back until you see some marks on the silver bit.
Yeah.
And then try and do the same with the rest.
But you can't, you've got to flat to get that to it, otherwise if you have these...
Oh yeah, but that's past where it should be.
Right, so...
Dome is in fine pitch, it faces the same as the other ones.
Yeah.
Just turn it around this way. Something like that. From the fully feathered.
Right, okay, so you need to turn all the way up there, all the way.
You can see some marks on that one. There's a mark there, look.
Go a bit more, maybe
wanted to turn that. Would be pretty cool.
So on the front here, yeah, is that what significance does that have? No idea.
Usually people just take it out to drain that cylinder out.
Yeah, but there's an indent there and there.
Yes, it should be for a locking clip.
Right, so it doesn't have to be like horizontal or vertical. It's
No, but that's cross-threaded anyway.
we didn't touch that.